Right, if you haven't visited my page on Facebook, please do so, because I've just done a read and it was absolutely bloody lovely. What I'm going to do is use the oracles, purely your oracles and nothing else, and we're going to see what we get out of them, because I've never done just a pure oracle read, because I am a tarot reader, and oracles are just supposed to be for clarification. But Spirit have suggested that we just have a play. Don't take it too seriously, we'll just see. So what they've got up the sleeve, I don't know, because they're being very secretive. So let's see. Let's say Ching. Lenormand. Rune, don't know what it is, because you know what I'm like, my memory's crap. The Astro Dice, 12th house, prisoners, martyrs, victims, Scorpio, and Mercury, which means communications. What else shall we have? Well, the Goddess card. It's one of them for ages. And you know what? For you out there that need a love card, we'll have a love one. How's that? So, love isn't just about love life. It is about your emotional life, really. But seeing as how Venus is in Taurus, I think it's very apt that we do it. In fact, do you know what? They've just told me I might do a love read. I'll do a love read. So, because you've all been so good to me over the past couple of days with my lad being poorly and what have you. So, let's have a look then, shall we? We have 15. Look how sad she looks. Always reminds me of maybe someone who self-harms because of the drips down the wall. If you know somebody like that, toxic situation, that. Oh, and the Traveller. So your travel is delayed. 56. So, there is some sort of delay in travel and emotional upset. So the overall energy, 15. Modesty. Now this links in with the read what I've just told you about on Facebook. Don't be gloating over things. The mountain elevates over the earth. After reaching the mountain top, we now must descend into the valley. Results are achieved calmly and at the same time appreciating the large and small. Time to seek one's equilibrium and that of others. Flexibility for valuing others' merits. So stop being so stubborn. Don't be putting other people down, and remember that there may be delays in travel, or that you need to go within and have a word with yourself, basically. The Lenormand, we have clouds in our coffee. I got that as well in the live on Facebook. The number 6, it is Aries or Aries Cuspet, a man of action. Somebody needs to take action. So Aries Cuspet, Aries is Pisces, late Aries is Taurus. The roots, there is something wrong here with the foundations that also was mentioned in the live. 7 months of confusion. You need to narrow down your options and decide what you truly want. The rune. Let's have a look. Which one is it? Boundaries. So put your boundaries in place. Thurisaz. And that is also the 12th house of Pisces. You have to learn to say no. The rune Thurisaz suggests boundaries, which in Old Norse times were often marked by thickets of hawthorn. Hawthorn, I believe, is Aries. Let's have a look, because that would fit. Yep. So, Aries again. Aries needing to take action. And we're coming into Aries, so maybe it's when we come to the end of this month, around the 20th, I believe it is, that's when we need to take action. Hasty decisions, however, made now will be regretted, so wait until we go into Aries. So it is definitely not a time to forge ahead regardless, because of the rune's association with sharp objects, fangs and snakes. Whereas may indicate a time of personal risk, or maybe people around you are being less than honest, or who do not have your best interests at heart. In business matters especially, extreme care must be taken, and it said that in the live, so they're carrying on with the story. For there is a danger of being let down or betrayed. However, this can only occur if you're not sufficiently vigilant, so be warned. The rune may show that you will soon have to defend yourself and your actions in some way, so stay alert, stay aware. However, it may also indicate that luck will arrive in the guise of a challenge. Tradition states that if used as a charm, so look at it very carefully and draw it on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket. This rune will blunt the words and weapons of your enemies. If you are in any doubt about your actions, do nothing at all. If you act hastily, and they've been saying that for 3 days now, if you act hastily, you will have plenty of time to repent your folly. It's a warning, a danger of walking straight into a trap if you're not careful. It also shows that you are likely to play into the hands of your enemies, and that your own rash actions will prove to be your undoing. So take a step back, review the situation, pause and reflect, and then proceed very cautiously indeed. So, baby steps, do as you would in a dark place, feel your way through. So, as we were saying, 12th house issues, let's have a look. It's prisoners, it's martyrs, so do things out of the goodness of your heart or not at all, because otherwise it will backfire. So it's about reintegrating something, a return perhaps, issues with the feet and toes, prisons, institutions, so somebody getting out of prison maybe, a return, karma, family secrets, hidden enemies, a reconnection, confinement, reparation for past deeds, sacrifice, surrender, institutions, and the collective consciousness, the unknown. Mercury in Scorpio, it's communications, probably passionate, insightful communication, strong-minded, perceptive, incisive and shrewd, manipulative though and suspicious. Mercury in Scorpio is governed by instinctual beliefs and drawn to mysteries, so go with your gut. So we'll leave that for now, and we'll go in for the love. Oh, religious factors. So losing faith in something. Your love life is influenced by religion, upbringing or spiritual path. It isn't just religion, it's your family upbringing. It's the way you were taught to believe things, that right and wrong. But we make our own right and wrong, and then we pay the consequences for it, because that is our destiny. We shouldn't be living someone else's life or carrying on a family curse by repeating the problems of the past. So religious factors. And religion was mentioned in the live on Facebook. So if you really want to know, I think you should piece these two together because it's very strange. So religious factors. Religion and spirituality are subtle but important factors in your love life. Perhaps you're looking for a relationship with a partner who shares your spiritual beliefs. If so, this card comes to you as guidance to seek your new partner at the church or temple or meeting place associated with your faith. If you're currently with a partner who isn't spiritually minded or whose beliefs are far different from yours, you may feel dissatisfied. You may also be influenced by family traditions that expect you to marry within your own culture or religion, or even your own opposite sex. The romance angels are helping you address this issue, and they ask you to remain true to yourself during this process, especially what I'm getting from Spirit is anyone that is in a same-sex relationship and through family disapproval, you lost a connection with somebody in spirit, and they are now apologising and pretty much saying, live your life, be happy. So decide which factors you will and won't accept in your relationships and what your priorities are for your partner. So don't think you can't come home is what I keep getting, what they're telling me. So if a relationship hasn't worked out and it's a same-sex relationship, don't be stupid. Don't live in misery on your own thinking nobody will ever care. Somebody does. Somebody wants you to come home so you can sort yourself out. For instance, it's possible that your love interest may live the spiritual principles that you find important, forgiveness, charity, kindness, and the like, without having the same religion as you. The angels remind you that your partner, like everyone, is spiritual, a spiritual being, a spiritual soul, and everyone is spirit in truth, because everyone is spirit. Although it's not up to you to change your partner to match your spiritual path, so that's a no-no. Your affirmations, prayers, and visualizations can have a positive influence on both you and your relationship, but you mustn't try to change someone's religion, beliefs, thought patterns. They are free to be who they are. Oh, so Easter's very important. Astara, the German goddess of regeneration, new beginnings. So it could be within a relationship or without, but you are beginning anew, shedding a skin, becoming something, rising your energy to a higher plane. So let's see what she has to tell us. Watch for the red eggs. Sounds stupid, but it's coming up to Easter, so we might see some red eggs. I know some religions paint eggs, so that would be paint a red egg for Astara. She likes the red eggs. Where are you? There she is. The fawn could be important as well. It's about creativity, fertility, youthfulness, children and young people. Group activities, springtime in your heart. Astara brings you the healing gift of creativity. She resurrects that which you had thought was dead in your life. Those talents and abilities and skills which you had almost forgotten about start to blossom again. After winter comes spring, and the Astara is a spring goddess. You may find yourself playing, experimenting, having fun. You can heal your wounded creativity by allowing yourself space and kindness. It's time to make contact with like-minded others. Astara particularly helps mothers and protects children. She blesses your womb with health that brings you luck. So if you've been hoping to conceive, she's telling you there is good luck here. If you draw this card, you can look forward to feeling more youthful, optimistic and energetic. But remember, we're waiting. Oh, I don't know if it was in this one. We're waiting to the time period of Pisces to end till we come into Aries. Now, there was another thing I was just going to do and I forgot now. Oh, yeah. So we've got to have an Urgum because it brought the Hawthorn in. So let's have a look what we can find. Not looking. What's this one? Heather. So the name Heather could be important. and Ura, it is UR. So let's have a look at our Ogham. There it is. The number 177 could be important to you. Oh, it's right at the back. So, Heather. It's the third season, the summer solstice, which is, after Beltane, is June the 20th to the 23rd. So that may mean something to you. It's the pad beneath the middle finger, which is Saturn, the truth. The colour is Usguda, resin coloured, and the stone is amber. The bird is Isiog, the lark, and the goddess Melissa, so you may know a Melissa. The symbol of the bee, which also symbolises Manchester, but it may mean something different to you. So it's the planet pollinating, and the planet is our Earth. The metal is copper, and if you watch today's read, the coppersmith was mentioned. The metal is copper. The letter A is mentioned. It was mentioned twice in this morning's read. The animal is the lion, so Leos, the Leos. The message is, I am the queen of every hive. So the queen bee. Somebody may think they're the queen bee. Soil, death, growth of plants, shroud of lifeless one, prompt of meetings. So you may meet someone due to the passing of someone else. And Scorpio energy was mentioned in the read. So, and this morning's read. Ura is the midsummer station on June 21st. It comes when the sun is highest and strongest. Heather is the third solar tree. It's sacred to Isis and the Gaelic Heather, goddess of Eureka. I shall read you Isis in a minute. It's the red, there you go again, so the red eggs, passionate, and is associated with mountains and bees. Its magical properties include the feminine, the goddess, Venus, and we're going into Venus today, in Taurus, and Isis. So we've got to look for Isis, definitely. The element of water, protection, rain-making luck, and guarding against rape and violent crimes. Now remember that, because somebody somewhere is warning you. You look after yourself, make sure you carry something with you just in case. So, I don't care what it is, air spray, bloody, I'd put Ralgex in my bag, spray it in the face or on the whatnot, and they'll soon run away. White heather is best when burned with fern in attracting rain. Heather also been notably used to conjure ghosts. Don't do that unless you know what you're doing, because you'll never get them back in the box. The heather plant main feature is attracting bees, so get yourself some heather. The bee represents the soul and its immortal flight. So somebody could be passing. I haven't got the death card at all, but somebody, I have a feeling somebody is about to pass. And bees take their message to the underworld. Now, it was going underground this morning, so that's important. And bring messages back from the underworld for the regulation of karma. So karma needs to find balance. As the bee visits the heather back and forth, so does the soul, visiting and revisiting in reincarnation. So someone needs to go through a rebirth, which is what we said. It's about romance and dreams, and there is a strong connection between the conscious self and the deep levels of unconsciousness. Heather is the gateway between the inner world and the outer one, and it is an expression of the need for passion and ecstasy in life. You are being advised to find a gateway to the passion in your life. It doesn't have to be passion for another person. It could be art, or anything else that makes you feel good. You may find the gateway is about to open for you. The influence of dreams, imagination, intuition is very, very strong. It is time to act on your passion, but act wisely. Bees are prevalent in the myths of many cultural worlds. They pollinate. They are essential to life and seen spiritually as faithful servants of the goddess, as exemplified in individual colonies in dedication to their queen. They are virtually icons of androgyny, and are, along with their delicious healing, the preserving honey, are symbols of eroticism, sensual love, death, and immortality. In the temple of Aphrodite, priestesses were called Melissae, which means bees. Aphrodite herself was called Melissa, the queen bee, at the Ephesian temple of Artemis, which is Diana. The Melissae were accompanied by transgendered priests, Essenes, which means drones. So we may be talking about transgender, and be very careful there, look after yourself. You don't want to put yourself in a dangerous situation. They have veiled wings, recalling the hymen or veil that covered the inner shrine. So again, we're talking about virginity, we're talking about rape, stuff like that. Don't like it. And the high priestess who bore the title of hymen, presiding over marriage rituals and honeymoons. So we did have marriage mentioned in the live. The high priestess is the number 229, so remember that. The name Heath could be important as well. The sun rode high, the sky was clear, the lark poured forth his strain, and flowers, the firstings of the year, shed fragrance o'er the plain. There is nothing which signifies or expresses summer more, I think, than a skylark, singing as it soars high against the sun in the clear blue sky. Such an ecstatic song for such a small plain bird. My mum always said they gave the plain birds beautiful songs because they were so plain. The skylark's most striking feature is the one that gives the bird its name, and it's a song in flight. The territorial song of the male, heard mainly between August and January, is an ecstatic torrent of variable trills and runs. Lo, hear the gentle lark, weary of rest, for his moist cabinet mounts upon high, and watches this morning from the silver breast. The sun arises in his majesty. The name William, because William Shakespeare, could be important. But if you see a skylark, I wouldn't know one from Adam, then it's a very lucky symbol. Amber. Since amber is fossilized resin, it represents a link between the plant and the material kingdom. Its energies are grounding and harmonizing, and it readily shares its subtle vibrational powers with those working with it. It has the ability to balance opposing forces. Absolutely brilliant. Amber is said to draw out negative energies, promoting physical, emotional, and spiritual health. It is especially beneficial to the endocrine system, spleen, heart, brain, thyroid, inner ear, and neurological tissue. Amber's subtle energies promote good health. Get yourself a piece of amber, Kristen, if you're watching. Amber's grounding and stabilizing properties make it a calming stone that can facilitate energy balancing and cleansing. Healers often use amber to shield themselves and prevent themselves from taking on the pain of those they heal. It is also said to be an effective block against psychic attacks and against energy draining from others. Amber's calming energy can also help to dispel depression, bring out a more positive mental state, and subtle energies bring joy, inner strength, and peace of mind. Well, nobody's sucking my energy, because I always protect myself, and my ancestors are stronger than theirs. Isis. We've got to look up Isis then. I never ignore what they tell me because it's very important. So Isis, where is she? There she is. So Isis, well, so we're going into Venus with Taurus and Leo, the love of money or the love of sex. This is Isis, the love, sexual healing, rebirth through love, putting yourself or another back together, life after death, magic past lives. Drawing the Isis card is rather special. She brings healing and love into the most intimate and vulnerable part of your life, your sexuality. Wounds to our sexual identity and confidence can make our lives a misery. So, as they spoke of, if you've been sexually attacked in any way, be it as a child or an adult, this is giving you the power to cleanse your soul. The lack of confidence can make our lives a misery, but drawing Isis signifies that healing is on its way. You may start perhaps through a relationship with another person or through self-development to feel healed in yourself, able to feel more joy and more energy. Your soul will be washed clean. You will undergo a psychic rebirth in which your creativity blossoms and you feel beautiful and loved, tentatively at first and with growing confidence, like a flower going from bud to bloom, and your ability to love and create will heal. It will feel like magic, and indeed Isis is speaker of spells and has knowledge of the best kind of magic, which is always love. Because if you don't do magic with love, it's never pure and it will always backfire. Thanks for listening. I enjoyed that. I might do that again one day. Bye.